right, this is 2.1 from the 7th grade book. It's unit rates. So before we start, I went ahead and went to page 62, and we're going to talk about a couple vocabulary. Unit rates was the first one, and a unit rate is when our denominator is going to be 1. Some example of unit rates: miles per hour, miles per gallon, RPMs. Any of these things are per something, per 1 and something. So I could even say 12 inches per 1 foot, and that would be a unit rate. A complex fraction is a fraction inside a fraction. So, for instance, this example we have here, we have A over B over C over D. Example with numbers might be 1/2 in my numerator spots and 3/4 in my denominator spots. It is a fraction that is either the numerator and or denominator of a fraction. Okay, we're just going to look at a couple of examples from the book. So if you look at example 1, while remodeling her kitchen, Angela is repainting. She estimates that she paints 55 square feet every half hour. Now that's important information. How many square feet does she do per hour? So I'm looking at paint per hour. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our paint per hour. So what I was given was 55 square feet of paint. So 55 goes on top. And I can do it in half an hour. Now this is a complex fraction because it has a fraction as a denominator. I want to know how much she can do in 1 hour. So the way we've been looking at it in class is I either need to multiply or divide this 1/2 by something to get 1. And we talked about multiplying by the reciprocal, which is just flipping the fraction. Because 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 over 2 is equal to 1. So if I do it to the bottom, I must do it to the top. 2 over 1 is the same as 2, so 55 times 2, that's supposed to be a multiplication sign, is 110. So Angela can paint 110 square feet in 1 hour. All right. I'm on page 63 in the Your Turn section at the top. And we're going to look at Greta's problem because Greta's problem is a little bit different. So she uses 3 ounces of pasta. 3 ounces of pasta to make 3/4 of a serving. How many ounces of pasta are there per serving? So I'm doing pasta per serving. So I have pasta per serving. What did the problem give me? 3 ounces of pasta per serving of 3/4. This is a complex fraction because I have a fraction in my denominator. I want to know how much it's going to be for 1 serving. So I'm going to multiply times the reciprocal because 3/4 times 4/3 equals 1. Multiply it times the top. Sorry, I know that's a little small. So what we're doing is we're doing 3 times 4/3. I'm going to put 3 over 1 so I can multiply it. Some of you right off the bat can look at it and say, oh, I can cancel these 3's. A 3 on top, a 3 on bottom. That leaves me with 4 as a numerator and 1 as a denominator. So she can do 4 ounces of pasta per serving. Okay? If you would have not done this canceling out, you would have gotten 12 over 3, which still simplifies to 4. All right, I scrolled down just a little bit, and I'm looking at example 2. It has 2 pools are leaking after 15 minutes. Pool A has leaked 2/3 of a gallon. So after 15 minutes, let's highlight that important information. Pool A has leaked 2/3 of a gallon. After 20 minutes, Pool B has leaked 3/4 of a gallon. Which pool is leaking faster? So I want the one that's doing it faster. So we're going to set it up as 2 separate problems. In fact, I I drew a line right down the middle. So they tell us that 15 minutes is 1/4 of an hour. So I'm going to have 2/3 of a gallon in 1/4 of an hour. So I'm going to find this unit rates. I want to know how much it'll be leaking in 1 hour. So I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. Two times 4 is 8. 3 times 1 is 3. And so pool A is doing 8/3 of a gallon per hour. Okay, I'm leaving it as a fraction for now because we're going to have to compare this at the end. So let's look at pool B. So I have 3/4 of a gallon. And they tell me that 20 minutes is 1/3 of an hour, which it is. 20, 40, 60, that was 3 20s there. 20, 40, 60. So each one of it counts as 1/3. 1/3. I want to know what it's going to be for 1. So multiply times the reciprocal. Multiply times the reciprocal. And I get 9/4 for pool B. Now, all I've done so far is found the unit rate for pool A and the unit rate for pool B. Now I want to compare these two. Sorry about the bell. So I have 8/3 for pool A. I have 9/4 for pool B. I want to know which one is bigger. The way that most of you have done this is you cross multiply. 32, 27, 3 times 9 was 27, 4 times 8 was 32, and 8/3 is larger than 9/4. Therefore, pool A is leaking faster.